right? Subways and change locations and all this sort of stuff. This guy is in the National Football League. You wouldn't think that it's where he chooses to live, so forth, because it's so far away. And you wouldn't think that a guy in the National Football League at that economic level, no, not important at all. I'm not talking about importance. Forget it. I know people have an hour-and-a-half commute from Westchester, from Greenwich, and all that sort of. Maybe they did an hour and a half. It just for some reason it struck me strange that guys got an hour-and-a-half commute. I don't know. I've never had an hour-and-a-half commute because I refused to accept an hour-and-a-half commute. Okay? I chose to live. I didn't have to have an hour-and-a-half commute. So yeah, you choose to live an hour and a half away. That's fine. I guess now we're going to hear from the Rush is out of touch crowd, Mr. Snerdley, so be on the lookout. In the news, I love this story. In USA Today, you just know this is going to happen. Here's the headline: fundraising letter offers chance to be hero. And you know what this is? It's a condemnation of a fundraising letter written by a Republican to other Republicans to become big Republican contributors. Because what the press is trying to show is that everybody does it. And therefore, we should have campaign finance reform. The press loves campaign finance reform because if they get it the way they want it, they'll have all the power, because nobody else will be able to say anything without spending big bucks. So here's basically the thrust of the story. The letter reads like a glimpse of the political money system at its most outrageous. Confirmation of a citizen's worst suspicions about the way business gets done in the nation's capital. The author, John Palmer, chairman of the board of Mobile Telecommunication Technologies in Jackson, Mississippi. The recipient, a fellow business executive. The purpose, to recruit him to join Team 100. A Republican National Committee group for people who give the party at least $100,000. The enticement, political influence beyond one's wildest dreams. She thinks, Jill Lawrence wrote this, she thinks this is more outrageous than what we've learned about the Clinton White House. I mean, this is the scapegoating, or the moral equivalence here is amazing. If I have the letter, and I want to read to you the portion that's got everybody so upset. Ed Lupberger, CEO of Entergy, joined Team 100 earlier this year, and this past spring I saw Haley escort him on 4 appointments that turned out to be very significant in the legislation affecting public utility holding companies. In fact, it made Ed a hero in his industry. Now, here they are jumping all over the Republicans for writing fundraising letters that offer a chance to influence legislation. And for this inclusion of the word hero. You can be a hero if you contribute to the Republicans. I just have this one little observation. What was the Clinton administration's excuse for getting close to the edge of the law every day for a full year? Well, the Republicans are going to take over. I mean, that was a juggernaut out there. They were going to kill people. They were going to starve the children, and they were going to pollute the water and the air, and they're going to take medicine away from the old folks. We couldn't allow that. We were taking over. We had to stop. What's the difference? Which is worse? We had to stop them. Anything was justified. This was a juggernaut. The Republicans were going to kill people, starve children, and all that. And here's, by comparison, a benign little letter saying, yeah, we got in to see Trent, got a chance for Trent to hear what you think about legislation, yada, yada, yada. Who is it that just came up with this phantom tax increase in phone bills? The Al Gore FCC, without any legislation, without any public comment. And the press has to dig up by comparison, a harmless little letter to illustrate the citizen outrage at its worst. Gag me with the spoon. There's just, these people, talk about discrimination. Discrimination can be a good thing. To learn how to discriminate, or to have a discriminating taste, is considered refined. And the press clearly has not the ability to discriminate here and determine which of these things may actually be more outrageous or worse. Other news, this shouldn't surprise you either, and this polling data coming out exactly 1 week before every Tiny Tots big day. A survey of 904 registered voters found that 39% thought that Santa Claus was a Democrat. 22% think Santa Claus is a Republican. 23% weren't sure what party he belonged to, which gives some reason to suspect that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Some 13% called him an independent. He does, after all, bestow gifts indiscriminately. There's that word. 29% say that the Grinch who stole Christmas is a Democrat. 35% say that the Grinch who stole Christmas is a Republican. 13% think the Grinch is an independent. 23% were unsure because they're not sure that the Grinch exists either. Among Republicans who took part in the poll, 30% still counted the Grinch among their own number. 29% conceded Santa Claus had too much mass appeal to be one of them. If this isn't just pathetic, our self-image has got to be so damn bad out there that even in a poll, yeah, we got to admit, we look so schlocky. Santa Claus couldn't possibly be a Republican. Too many people like him. I mean, what the hell are we all doing here, folks? It's time to pack it up and turn this into a sports talk show. Hell with it. Back in just a second.
You're listening to the EIB Network.
Allergy sufferers, listen up, especially you parents who have children with allergies. Listen to what Catherine Stevens of Morgan City, Louisiana says about the allergy-free electrostatic air filter, and I quote, "I ordered the air filter from Allergy Free, hoping it would help my 5-year-old son, who has been constantly sick since January with asthma attacks, sinuses, chest congestion. Cold remedies and antibiotics didn't appear to help him. On Mother's Day '97, I installed my air filter from Allergy Free, and now my son's chest congestion is totally cleared up. He sleeps peacefully without coughing or wheezing. And I feel all of the improvement in his health is directly because of the allergy-free air filter package. So thank you for recommending such a wonderful, helpful product. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to have this allergy-free filter in their home." Folks, if you haven't gotten an allergy-free filter yet, get it. Call Allergy Free today, 1-800-ALLERGY. Get a filter that can dramatically improve the air in your home for healthier breathing. 800-ALLERGY. Call today. That's 1-800-ALLERGY.
Hey. It's me, your brain. You know, you really ought to visit once in a while. It's amazing what you've got stashed away up here. Like this file on Oki Data printers. You know Oki Data. They've been making printers for 24 years with over 9 million sold, and you act like you never heard of Oki Data. Do I have to remind you about everything? Oh, by the way, that report is due next week. And don't forget lunch with James at 12:30. And your dry cleaning's ready this afternoon. And your name is spelled with 1 R, not 2.
To learn more about Oki Data, call 1-800-OKI-TEAM.
Dresses and dishes, she needs no more. Cosmetics, nail polish, just a bore. So when you came into James Finch Chevrolet Geo all jittery and nervous, we were so happy we could be of service. She'd never expected. You said it would be quite a surprise. And now as she gazes, look at the love in her eyes. It's dawn and that special morning, the sky is clear, no rain, and her nose pressed against the window pane because there in the driveway all shiny and new, the car of her dreams, to her from you. Hand her the card with the best gift she's ever had and let her read the words. Happy holidays, Mom, from Dad. This has been a special message from James Finch Chevrolet Geo, Main and Highway 581 in Bailey. Your forever Chevy Geo dealer.
Happy holidays from James Finch Chevrolet Geo in Bailey.
From the WGBR Community Affairs Desk, the Goldsboro High School class of 1988 is having its 10-year reunion coming up on June 5th and 7th of 1998. If you have any information on anyone in or out of town with addresses of past or former members, they are needed. You can send those to Goldsboro High School, class of 1988, Post Office Box 883. That's in Dudley, North Carolina, 28333.
Hi, this is Dr. Joy Brown. As the turn of the century approaches, the changes leading up to it affect all of us. Please join me weekday mornings starting at 9 as I talk with people just like you who present interesting situations which you may face at some time or another in your life. I discuss everything from relationships to attitudes and the day-to-day struggles we all encounter. Tune in to the Dr. Joy Brown program Monday through Friday, 9 to noon. Hear what everybody's talking about on 1150 WGBR.
Believe in this. The Boston City Council has voted to outlaw aggressive panhandling. The measure is aimed at beggars who annoy shoppers and others in the city's downtown area. Would impose $100 fines on repeat offenders and require community service of those who can't pay. Wow, attacking the poor for the sake of retailers. Boston liberals, does this seem out of character or what? Attacking the poor in favor of retailers. It's kind of like banning the ugly from the streets in daytime. In Boston. Parumpa. Say what it is. Amy in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Wait till you hear this one, folks. I'm not even sure I believe this. Amy, tell me it isn't so.
Mega dittos, Rush.
How are you?
So excited to talk to you.
Now, is it true that there is a racial controversy that has arisen amongst the Denver Broncos players?
Yes, indeed.
Because of the spitting incident in the Monday night game of the Fortiners?
That's right. That's right. It was front page of the Denver newspapers this morning, not here in my local paper, but apparently Shannon Sharp and Willie Green have said that Bill Romanowski only spit in Stokes' face simply because he was black. And it's stirred up quite a controversy out
I'll
here.
tell you what, this team sounds like they're Republicans.
Well, I was thinking that perhaps Sharp and Green had promising second careers as liberal Democrat politicians.
Well, look, I don't pretend, and I don't know Shannon Sharp. I don't know his brother Sterling either. But Sterling, remember Sterling presented me with a Packers jersey on the Packers TV show, and Sterling Sharp was he did a special video for me, and I figure a liberal wouldn't do that. For people who don't know. Let's recount what happened here. This is a huge game Monday night with the Broncos and the Fortiners. And the Broncos had lost several, what is it, 3 in a row going into this, or 4?
Something like that. Or they lost to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's coming off a huge loss to the Steelers, and they, at one time the season looked they were guaranteed home field advantage throughout. Now they need to win every game just to avoid being a wild card team and losing a home game. I mean, if they lose Sunday against the Chargers, which is doubtful, but if they lose against the Chargers and things work out the other way, they could go on the road against Jacksonville, at Jacksonville, in the first round of the wild card. I mean, nobody would have believed this. So they have a huge game, and at the end of a play, there's a close-up on the linebacker, number 53, Bill Romanowski of the Broncos, who was a former member of the Fortiners. He was a linebacker for the Fortiners. He's walking back to the line of scrimmage, and J.J. Stokes, a wide receiver, black wide receiver for the Fortiners, is giving him some business. J.J. Stokes is doing some trash talking. I can't make out the words, but you can tell by the head bobs that he's giving some trash talk to Romanowski. Romanowski's not saying anything. And then all of a sudden, Romanowski just spits on him. And you see J.J. Stokes put his index finger up to his cheek below his right eye and wipe it off. And the Monday night crew went berserk. I mean, these guys, you would have thought Latrell Sprewell had choked Mike Shanahan and then run across the street and choked Jerry Rice. They thought that was the most outrageous thing they'd ever seen. I'm not going to defend Romanowski doing that, but if the camera hadn't been there, nobody said a word about this. And this has got to be not much of what goes on a football field, especially in those scrums where fumbles occur and you're scrambling to recover the ball. I mean, have you heard of John Randall, Amy?
No.
Number 93 of the Minnesota Vikings. This guy doesn't shut up from the opening warm-ups to the end of the game. This guy's the biggest trash talker. Now, yeah, I don't think he spits on people, but he's trash talker. There's all sorts of stuff that goes on in the field that people don't know about. So apparently what's happened now is that, if you're right, that Willie Green and Shannon Sharp of the Broncos have said that the only reason Romanowski spit on Stokes is that Stokes is black.
That's right. And even Willie Green was saying how that's an insult. The biggest insult you could give to a black person is to spit on them. And well,
if he had spit on, let's say, Brent Jones, if he'd spit on Brent Jones, would they have said that it wasn't an insult and it was okay?
Right. Exactly. I think.
Let's not forget J.J. Stokes. At the time, the Broncos game is falling apart. They start out with, as usual, they were winning, they were leading, the defense couldn't hold it. Romanowski's in the defense, number 53, middle linebacker. The team, the game is slipping away from them. The 49ers seem to be able to do whatever they want to do on offense. And after some big offensive play, J.J. Stokes is razzing and giving Romanowski the business. And Romanowski, I mean, in most cases, what happens is that the fisticuffs start and the refs throw the flag and call offsetting penalties and nothing happens. I mean, this was not a fist.
I just wonder, Rush, how they're going to be able to play, with each other come Sunday.
Well, they won't have to. Willie Green and Shannon Sharp on the offense and Romanowski's on the defense.
Well.
But as I say, this could fire them up. This could, who knows? Remember the Oakland A's back in the 70s? They hated each other. They did more than spit on each other. They slashed each other's tires. In the parking lot after the game, they had all sorts of stuff, and they were world champs. But you never know how this. It's just sad that the racial component has to be raised. I don't know any of these people personally, though, to know. I don't know what Romanowski. I don't know Shannon Sharp. I have no idea what goes on in the clubhouse, that team, in terms of race. I just have never heard it about this team at all.
I never had either, Rush, and I just find it really. I think it's really sad, the fact that, it's bad enough that they're losing games on the field, and now they're going to be, losing off the field as well. I think it's...
Well, you don't know that that's going to happen. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, this is kind of typical Bronco.
No, it's not. No, this is not.
I mean, not the racial element, but they tend to make excuses, and they whine when they don't win games, and it's... I don't see them as a real high-class ball club, I guess.
I have a totally different view of that than you do. I've never heard anything like that about this team. But at any rate, and I read. I log on to the Rocky Mountain News, the Denver Post web pages. I read about the Broncos. But I don't know. I saw Romanowski interviewed after the game. He was asked about, "You just spit on the guy?" I said, "Yeah." What for? That's just the heat of battle. What happens out there? What can you say? Wasn't worried about it all. And then announced, he should be fined $10,000. He should be fined $30,000. He should be suspended for a game without pay plus fined. Remember, he's the guy that broke Kerry Collins' jaw in the preseason. I mean, everybody dumping on Romanowski here. And now the racial component has been added to it. Hell, I'm telling you, these guys, that this is true. It's just like this Republican Santa Claus poll. And they're arguing with each other. The issue may as well be abortion. Instead, it's spitting on a black guy at the Denver Broncos. Same thing as Republicans and abortion. It might unify them, ladies and gentlemen, if they just let the Christian Coalition go in and take over.
At Borders, you'll find the perfect gift for any occasion.
Merry Christmas, darling.
Oh, I love it. Thousands of CDs.
Happy birthday, sweetheart.
Oh, thanks, honey. Books from science fiction to nonfiction.
Happy Father's Day, dear.
This is so cool. Videos and movies.
Happy anniversary, honey.
Oops. And a huge selection of calendars. Discover thousands of gift ideas at Borders. Books, music, video, and a cafe. Come inside.
This is WGBR News, Goldsboro's very own.
It's time for a look at local news. I'm Thomas Vick on 1150 WGBR. They did it. United Way campaign chairman Ray Bowman Jr. told nearly 200 in attendance at last night's campaign banquet. The community raised $1,120,302 for United Way, exceeding this year's goal by $302. Bowman noted the most difficult goal wasn't reached until last week, and it concluded the most demanding campaign to date. United Way of Wayne County provides support to 16 local charities, distributes community grants, and plays an active role in community initiatives such as Smart Start, creating a very effective travel and tourism program for Goldsboro. That's what the Goldsboro City Council hopes to do as they put their newly formed Travel and Tourism Council to work. Up to 20% of the local occupancy tax will fund the council. Appointees include 3 hotel-motel operators, Lucille Harrison, Kim Starr, and Paula Singla. 2 citizens were appointed to at-large positions, Cleveland McKeithen and George Silvers. Reverend William Barber was also appointed. First Union Corporation, with an office in Goldsboro, and Core States Financial Corporation announced jointly yesterday that key headquarter functions will be moved from First Union's regional headquarters in Summit, New Jersey to Philadelphia. The relocation of the headquarters is part of First Union's planned merger with Core States. The announcement is the result of a joint decision reached over the past few days. State agricultural researchers report hog inventory as of the end of November in Wayne County increased 13% since November of '96. Statewide, the record high inventory of 15.7 million head consisted of 14% more market hogs totaling 10.4 million. Breeding stock up 12%. North Carolina Community College System President Martin Lancaster says members of the State Board of Community Colleges will be pioneers tomorrow. The State Board will hold the first meeting ever on the Information Highway. The Information Highway is the state's interactive telecommunications network that combines voice, data, and video. It connects community colleges, public schools, universities, hospitals, prisons, and government facilities. Through video cameras and television monitors, people in remote locations can see and talk with one another. Lancaster said the board decided to hold their meeting on the Information Highway in order to see the technology firsthand. That's a look at local news. I'm Thomas Vick on 1150 WGBR.
Well, it looks like we'll stick with sunny skies across the area on through the afternoon hours. Temperatures aren't going to be quite as warm as yesterday at the same time, thanks to a cold front that came through last night. We'll have light winds and a high around 57 to 62. Tonight looks clear, calm, and cool. Those will drop into the upper 20s to low 30s. On Friday, we'll see lots of sunshine once again. High pressure will warm us up a little more with a west to southwest wind setting in. That'll give us highs up to around 63 to 68. I'm Mike Moss at the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
Performing my job with flawless broadcast excellence, this is Rush Limbaugh on WGBR. And here we are having more fun than a human being should be allowed to have. A cell call from I-495 in Massachusetts. Rod, hello.
Oh, broadcaster dittos, Rush.
Thank you, sir.
I was inspired to call by that rather goofy poll on
That's a
Santa
Fox
Claus.
News poll. It's a Fox News poll on Sandy Claus.
Well, I don't know who they talked to, but it's obvious to me that Santa Claus must be a Republican. Look, here's what we know about Santa Claus. We know he's got a list, and he checks it twice in order to say who's been naughty and nice.
So Santa Claus is behaviorally oriented and therefore motivational.
Oh, well, the man has standards. If he has standards, he must be a conservative, and the home of conservatives is the Republican Party.
High standards.
Absolutely.
High standards. The liberals have standards, too. It's just low.
Well, standards that we want to live up to.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, the man's got to be a Republican.
But how would you? But then how would you say a guy who runs around giving stuff away, is a Republican.
Well,
shouldn't everybody have to earn their Christmas present?
If you recall a recent battle in Massachusetts between William Weld, when he was governor, and a certain Democrat for that Democrat's Senate seat, one of the things that was made public was the gift giving. And as I recall, it was Mr. Weld who gave away much more money than his opponent, Mr. Kerry.
Maybe Senator Kerry, yes.
Yeah.
Weld's charitable contributions were higher. Santa Claus is, by the way, not just giving away indiscriminately. He does require you to be naughty or nice. And if you're naughty, what do you get? Stones?
A lump of coal.
Lump of coal, yeah. Well, it's still, it's a sad poll. It really is, when most Republicans admit that they're not mass appeal enough to be Santa Claus anyway. It's sad. Well, that's a good point. Santa Claus is not giving away other people's stuff, and then they stop and rob one house and take it to another. He gives away his own stuff, makes it himself. He may be a slave laborer, we don't know, but the elves have complained on occasion. There have been some EEOC complaints filed against Santa, but I don't know what's ever become of them. But look at those animal rights violations, though, with those reindeer. Of course, you're right, Santa Claus couldn't be a Democrat because he requires you be nice as opposed to naughty, and Democrats don't care. In fact, the naughtier the better. The naughtier you are, the greater your rewards. Santa Claus can't be a Democrat. Santa Claus can't be a liberal. There's just no way. All right, Evansville, Indiana. Gary, hello. Welcome to the Rush Limbaugh program. Nice to have you with us.
Hey, Rush, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Hey, I just heard you guys talking about the Romanowski incident. And
yes.
I think it points out a real problem in the NFL. I think that the government needs to get involved and make the NFL issue race penalties. And they would be more severe than regular penalties if there's a racial component. Like racial offsides versus regular. I don't know. I get a little confused.
No. This is an excellent point, reflective of society. If it's a racial penalty, then obviously it's got a meaner aspect to it.
Absolutely.
And needs to be penalized. So you could say something like pass interference, number 85 on the defense, 15 yards, plus 15 yards racially motivated.
Absolutely. I think that would be good. It'd be more sensitive.
And the referees would be the sole determinant of whether something was racially motivated.
I think there should probably be a meeting or something, and probably arbitrators on the side to help them with it.
Maybe even municipal judges.
Jesse Jackson could head it up.
That's true.
Just a thought.
That's a good thought. It's an excellent thought. Make the NFL part of contemporary 1997 society. Include racially motivated penalties. Yeah, it would make the game longer, which wouldn't bother me. I'm not happy when NFL games end. I loved them when they went 3.5 hours. Now they got them down to 3 minutes, 2:55. Seattle, Washington, and Todd, welcome to the Rush Limbaugh program. Hello.
Greetings, sir. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Okay, for your Macintosh, first off, there is a voice recognition software. There's actually a couple, but there's one that comes to mind that will do the same.
What is it?
It's called Dragon Systems. Dragon, what do they call it? Dragon Power Secretary.
How do you spell? Is it Dragon or Dragon?
Dragon.
D-R-A-G-O-N.
Correct.
Dragon's Power Secretary.
Correct.
And does it work?
I've never used either of them, so I couldn't tell you. They
way to recommend it then.
Well, I'm letting you know it's out there.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm not recommending it. I'm making you aware of it.
Fair enough.
And it does about 55 words, is what they claim.
A minute?
Right.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, that's
the IBM one isn't going to do any better. Yeah. I've seen their box, looked at it. They're about the same. On either one of them, you do have to essentially teach it your voice.
Okay, and do you have to do significant word training? Like if you use the word obfuscate a lot, you have to teach it that?
You will have to add that to its dictionary.
Yeah, and then if you don't say it exactly the way it's learned it, then it's going to come out as who knows what.
Exactly.
And if your spell checker doesn't have it in it, you really laid yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And much like any of them, if you have a cold, you'll probably have to retrain it because your voice changes.
Oh, yeah, for the cold setting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Probably available through your through mail order.
Yeah, Mac Warehouse.
Connection, Mac.
Yeah, Mac Connection, Mac Zone.
Yeah.
Any of these places.
Right.
Okay, well, thanks for the heads
Got another thing for you.
Yo, good. What is it?
It is on the licensing. I caught you in the second hour. I didn't hear you the first hour in regards to what Microsoft is doing. And essentially, their premise is that when the manufacturers, Compact, Dell, whatever, buy their licensing, they have to not only include it, but load it on the system so that when people turn it on with Windows 95, their Explorer is the one that is up and running.
That's right. But now the Justice Department has in essence said they don't have to do that anymore, yet they still are.
Well, Compact several months ago tried to go with Netscape and faced retribution from Microsoft in that it was going to change their licensing agreement. And so it is, as you alluded to earlier, something that is not written on paper but is alluded to.
So you agree with the Justice Department's all-out assault on Microsoft?
Not their all-out assault. I agree on part of it.
Do you think the Justice Department or any other branch of the federal government ought to have 30-day review rights on the introduction of any new program to approve?
Boy, you know, I don't think that's going to matter because I don't know if they know how to run the software.
That's precisely the point.
And
that's precisely the point. That's precisely why it is going to matter. Here we have virtual sandbox neophytes who are demanding approval rights before a new product can be introduced into the marketplace by Microsoft.
Okay.
Well, that stinks.
And they look at it for 30 days and go, well, I didn't see anything.
No, forget, that's wishful.
No, I don't agree with it.
That's good. That's wishful thinking to think they're not going to see anything. It's the very fact that they are demanding that right.
And they should not have that. I agree with that.
This is not the Third Reich.
No. No, I agree they shouldn't be allowed to do it. The scary thing is all they're doing is delaying production. Because Microsoft is going to have to hold off going to Golden Master before the Justice Department if Janet Reno gets her way.
That's not all they can do. They can say, you can't put out the product.
Oh, absolutely they could.
Till you reform the product to make it provable by us.
Right. No, I do not agree with that.
All right, good.
Also, from your earlier caller, you were right as far as Bill Gates bought the OS2. Or the original OS.
MS-DOS.
Right. Correct, MS-DOS. IBM licensed it. The only thing IBM bought the full rights to was OS2, thinking that was going to be the next great wave.
Yeah.
On that.
Okay.
All righty.
Thanks very much. Nice to hear from you, Todd. We got a break, and we'll take it. Be back with more in a brief moment or two.
You're listening to the EIB Network.
When you want the news first and fair, turn to the Fox News Channel. They've got bureaus around the world, heavy hitters like Britt Hume, Tony Snow, and Catherine Cryer. Fox is breaking the stories that matter to you 24 hours a day. Check out their primetime reports featuring the hottest newsmakers right out of the day's headlines. Try the Fox News Channel. It'll give you fair and balanced coverage, and that's what you want, right? And if you don't get it, call your local cable operator. Tell them you want the Fox News Channel. Fox News Channel. They report. You decide, and that's the way it ought to be.
Ricola. Pleasant tasting Ricola. Nature's way of calming coughs and soothing sore throats around the world for over 70 years. Ricola is the original herb cough drop from Switzerland. A unique blend of 10 organically grown alpine herbs and other natural ingredients. Ricola, natural, effective cough and sore throat relief. Ricola. Also available in sugar-free natural herb throat lozenges. Ricola. Use Ricola only as directed. To simplify your holiday jewelry shopping, Barnes Jewelers has 30% off diamonds, diamond jewelry, gold chains, and earrings. Up to 50% savings on watches. Gifts for all occasions at Barnes Jewelers. Shop now for your holiday gifts at Barnes Jewelers, home of Eastern Carolina's best jewelry repair service, 502B Eastgate Drive, Goldsboro.
For special people, here's something special from Barnes Jewelers.
NADA at Deacon Jones Lincoln Mercury in Goldsboro still means not another dealer around, but Deacon Jones in Goldsboro has over 30 pre-owned SUVs and trucks, from Explorer to Blazer, from Expedition to Tahoe and Suburban. Not another dealer around, but Deacon Jones has over 40 pre-owned and programmed cars priced below the other NADA. Yep, not another dealer around but Deacon Jones Lincoln Mercury, Highway 70 bypass at Wayne Memorial Drive in Goldsboro.
Do you need to replace your inefficient heating system with a high-quality gas pack or heat pump? Then call New Hope Heating and Air, your Rheem dealer. Rheem heating and air units are tough and can take years of just about anything. To replace your inefficient air or heating system, just call New Hope Heating and Air, your Rheem dealer, and start enjoying the air of quality you get from a quiet Rheem heating, air conditioning, or heat pump unit. It's easy to get a Rheem unit for your home. Just call New Hope Heating and Air, a CP&L quality heat pump dealer. 778-3804.
Automotive Care Center in Goldsboro is your one-stop complete auto service center. All their mechanics are ASE certified. Get your car checked out and ready for the winter weather. No long waiting. Automotive Care Center has all the info on computer that the mechanics will ever need to fix most foreign and domestic cars. They use the latest technology diagnostic equipment. Automotive Care Center, 601 North George Street, Goldsboro. Call 736-2001. That's 736-2001.
Be the last time. Carrboro, North Carolina is our next stop on this, the EIB network. Chris, you're up next with Maha Rushy.
How you doing, Rush?
Just fine, thank you.
I want to comment on Bill Weld and other such Republicans. I'm a lifelong Democrat. One reason I never switched to the Republican Party was because of people like Bill Weld. I saw him on...
You're kidding.
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding.
Bill Weld was... I got to hear this. Go ahead.
Well, he was on a hardball with Chris Matthews. And he felt free to say whatever he wanted to about his philosophy. And he was aping the viewpoint that Republicans were steering dangerously into racism with Bill Lanley's refutation in the Senate.
Yes.
And that we were shrinking the tent.
Yes.
Because we were excluding immigrants. We're anti-immigrant, all this stuff.
Yes.
And that's what I would consider liberalism.
That's right. Don't forget, he is in Massachusetts.
But
and look, you know what Bill Weld is doing there? That's simply, in his mind, with his whatever his resources are. He's simply gauging what he thinks the public opinion is on these kinds of things, and then articulates what he thinks the majority of Americans will regard as understanding and open-minded and blah, blah, blah. It's certainly less controversial to say that.
But my problem is I think it's winning in the leadership of the Republican Party. And as a conservative, core conservative, we talked before about trade, and I believe I'm right. I'm a trafficant Democrat.
Okay.
But
trafficant Democrat. He loved that. The first identified, self-proclaimed trafficant Democrat here on the EIB net.
But
the trafficant wing of the Democratic Party.
If this is what the Republican Party is going to become, then really I have no motivation to vote for the party. If it's going to go that way, then we have two Democratic parties, don't we?
Well.
Really?
Yeah, but in the way you've constructed it, yeah. But just because, I mean, using your theory, all known Republican conservatives should resign because of what Bill Weld said.
No.
I mean,
I'm worried that
look, conservatives. If you're conservative, forget the party label. You should be interested in conservative triumph, no matter where you engage the battle. But a conservative Democrat oftentimes has to cross the line, vote Republican in order to be triumphant. That's all I'm saying to you, sir.
Well, let's put it this way. I voted for Helms, and he used to be a Democrat.
Well, then you say you're a Democrat, so I guess you get invited to the right Christmas parties. But
well, I'm in the middle between those who want to push the Republican Party into global internationalism, let's be everything to everybody, and those who say, no, this is not what we're about. We're about a difference between us and them.
Yeah.
That's who I'm with. And we get bashed from both sides by the Republican Party, in fact, wants to bash core conservatives. And
welcome to the club. Absolute welcome to the club. Hey, you're welcome. I don't care whether you call yourself a Democrat or not. Welcome to the club. Core conservatives get bashed by everybody. You're exactly right. It's just the nature of the beast, but core conservatism is triumphing out there.
Well,
it's triumphing in the hinterlands, it's triumphing in the villages, it's triumphing in the burgs, it's triumphing in the suburbs, it's triumphing in the boondocks, triumphing everywhere except northeastern big cities.
That's true. And I'd like to say Merry Christmas to the troops overseas. Let's bring them home. And to say to the President, also known as Draft Vader, Draft Evader, thanks, and, Merry Christmas for the memories you bomb.
Oh, gee. Wow, we had a great show going here, folks, until we got into this incessant, unnecessary Clinton bashing. Did our best. Sorry, May. At least this guy's not in the mansion. Tommy in Brooklyn, hello. Welcome to the Rush Limbaugh program. Hello.
Hey, Rush, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir. Thank you.
I think I confused your screener a little before.
Wouldn't be hard.
No, well, I was telling him that I was sitting back in sunglasses, having myself a pickle, waiting for Sean Hannity to come on WABC News Radio 77 on the AM dial out here in New York.
Right.
And he tells me he didn't love me because I'm Tommy Boy Malloy, and I didn't appreciate that, and I just want to give him a pickle. Pickles to everyone!
Mr. Snerdley, I take back my comment about your judgment, other than not realizing what the guy was from the beginning. True Piccolo, what he said he wanted to talk about was the CIA and drugs, and how do we know that the drugs did not get introduced into South Central L.A.? My guess now is that the CIA is introducing drugs into Brooklyn. And it's not L.A., it is Brooklyn. Gordon in Gilroy, California. Welcome to the EIB network.
Hello, Rush.
How are you, Gordon?
This is the home of the garlic capital of the world.
Absolutely right. You should get Larry King to go out there and do a public appearance, because he takes garlic pills now to keep his pacemaker running.
Oh, that'll work just nice.
Yeah.
And I have another deal for you at the end of this little chat here.
All right.
But what I wanted to come on and say was I went shopping for operating system other than Microsoft Windows 95 because, well, I just don't like that little nerd who would be king, Bill Gates, very much. And he steals a lot of his products from Apple. You're right, what you said before there. And what I found out was that most software developers write only for Windows 95. And so it's almost impossible. If you're on the IBM standard, you are stuck because you cannot, in any fairness, go to any other operating system. You're stuck because you can't get all the different games and helpful software products that you must have to run a computer well.
Notice what we're talking about here, and we're talking games.
Games?
We're talking games, and that's the reason why you got to go Microsoft so you can get the games.
Not just games. I tried getting Office 97 and it wouldn't work on some of the other operating systems. And
Wait, you talking about IBM operating systems?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not right.
I tried OS2, and OS2 worked better in terms of multitasking.
Yes.
But I couldn't go for it because it wasn't compatible enough with all of the different software that's out there. So what I found out is you must, your government needs to make some sort of law to say this.
Oh, goody. Here we go. I can't wait.
Yeah, but this is a lot better than letting them have all this, the powers that they have now to approve software.
What is it? What is it?
And this is that you tell the software developers you have to develop software that's compatible with each one of the operating systems that's out there. This would help Mac a great deal, and it would help any competitor of Microsoft out to a great extent without having a huge government power grab of the software industry.
That's like saying that Mercedes has got to make available its cars at a $30,000 price point to make sure everybody that wants one can buy one. And I'm sorry to say that we're not far from that in the theoretical sense with this Justice Department. Well, I got to take a break here. We're up to it on time. Gordon, thanks for the phone call out there. Enjoyed talking to you. Quick break. We'll be back here in just a second.
You're listening to the EIB Network.
To
scuba diving certificates, $1,000. 2 first-class tickets to Maui, $3,550. 1 cat sitter, $125. Realization that you're quite happy in a grass skirt, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's Platinum MasterCard, with a spending limit so you can stay away as long as you like.
These days, no matter how cool the theme, most holiday parties are as flat as their chips.
Welcome to the Coalition Against Fruitcake Holiday Bash. Got an invite?
Next time, invite Red Lobster's party platters and make it a blowout, because no one serves up fresher seafood party platters, like our premium colossal shrimp platter, guaranteed to be the life of your next party, no matter what kind you're throwing.
Would you look at the time? I've got to go.
Oh, stay a little. Here, have a chip.
Dive into Red Lobster's party platters and keep it jumping, because life on land is dry.
Introducing the world's first termite colony elimination system, Centricon by Dow&Co. The revolutionary system that both monitors and baits to not only eliminate subterranean termites where they live, but acts like a termite alarm to ensure they never live there again. The Centricon colony elimination system is available only through an authorized pest control operator trained by Dow&Co. In the eastern North Carolina area, call Griffin Exterminating Company Incorporated at 735-3928 for more information. Griffin Exterminating, your pest doctor. All their patients die.
Now is the time to buy a Leith Chrysler Plymouth GP Gold. Leith Dodge Isuzu save now on the 98s. Get a 98 Dodge Caravan for $16,495 or $243 a month. A 98 Chrysler Cirrus LXI from $17,995 or $265 a month. A 98 Plymouth Breeze from $15,995 or $238 a month. And you get a free cellular phone from U.S. Cellular with every purchase. See salesperson for details. There's more. Register for free Carolina Panthers tickets. Leith Chrysler Plymouth GP Gold. Leith Dodge Isuzu. U.S. 70 West, Goldsboro.
Smiling faces and friendly places and everything on your shopping list awaits you in downtown Goldsboro. Let a cup and such get you into the holiday spirit by enjoying the unique atmosphere of this stylish hangout. Enjoy sipping and snacking on all the great coffees and cappuccinos, along with the gourmet desserts, bagels, biscotti, and more. Get into the spirit at A Cup and Such, 102 East Walnut Street, and soon at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. Take a look at all the light fixtures, lamps, and mirrors in stock at University Lights. And don't forget the post lanterns. They all make great Christmas gifts. Get that unique gift this year from University Lights, 225 West Walnut Street, downtown Goldsboro. And nothing will make you feel more at home for the holidays than brand new furniture from Heilig Myers. Furniture for the living room, bedroom, dining room, with all the accessories. Shop Heilig Meyer Furniture for the holidays. Heilig Myers, 138 East Walnut Street, downtown Goldsboro. Smiling faces and friendly places make your holiday shopping enjoyable in downtown Goldsboro.
I tell you, it's great. I said it once. Great music, slow motion, replay highlights of the National Football League. This